Okay, let's have it right. War Games cannot hold a light to Blood and Guts this past year. Right, Survivor Series 2025, the War Games matches for both men and women were very poor, especially compared to AEW's Blood and Guts matches. The Blood and Guts matches were hardcore, they were hard hitting, they were brutal spots, the stuff that I like to see from my wrestling. Whereas WWE, the women's match was nothing special, and the men's match was really bad in my opinion. And they've sort of just ruined more War Games now, which is what happens when you have these themed, the gimmick pay-per-views, right? They had to force all these team-ups because they had the War Games coming up, right? I mean, they sort of do the same for Blood and Guts, but at least Blood and Guts delivers these crazy spots. Like, okay, in the middle of Blood and Guts, you're not going to have, I don't know, Darby Allin or Orange Cassidy doing their entrance again. But in Survivor Series War Games, you're going to have Jey Uso going on top of the cage, twerking and running back his music theme. Whereas Jon Moxley's coming in there and he's fucking stabbing niggas with forks, bro. That's what I like to see. Blood and chains and glass and tables and forks. That's what I want to see. People get set on fire. People get put through flaming tables. That's what I want to see in my wrestling. War Games was awful this year, bro. The only redeeming factor was like Brock. Brock came in and done his thing. As, you know, I mean, I'm not saying as expected because people were saying Brock's maybe fallen off, but Brock's Brock. And you know, at the drop of a hat, he's going to be juicing again and he's going to get himself in insane shape, exactly like he did for this War Games match. So, hey man, we'll see. I mean, in my opinion, Blood and Guts was far, far, far better than War Games. And there's no comparison for me. Like, if I had to rewatch 2 matches, or 1 match out of the 2, it'd be Blood and Guts every single time. Every single time. The chains, the blood. What did you have in this one? You know, CM Punk dancing. Okay, you had the masked man coming in at the end. From what I'm hearing, I'm probably going to make a separate video about this. From what I'm hearing, masked man's Austin Theory. That's pretty pointless, in my opinion. Unless you want to push these guys. If you're going to push these guys and actually do something, then okay, I'm interested. But these guys, they never do it. And it's hard pushing a stable. I get it. That's why, even though stables are very often a good idea in wrestling, they're often not executed well. And they're very hard to book long term. But I'm going to get into that separately. But yeah, War Games, it was bad. And I think Dave Meltzer said that War Games has lost all its aura, and I completely agree. It's lost all its aura now. When it first came in, when NXT was first doing it, it was crazy. It was high impact. You know what I mean? It was like the AEW Blood and Guts matches, but, you know, more tame because there wasn't, you know, people falling off, people getting put through tables or off the top of the cages, which they should be doing. There wasn't none of that. But, yeah, it was good at the start. But then, of course, like everything in life, in capitalism, in business, they keep doing it until they keep squeezing the rock until there's no blood to come out of it. They keep squeezing and pushing and saying, how much can we make out of this? Because it's really just a game of how much can we make out of this for WWE. And they're just going to keep rinsing it until it's not a good idea anymore. And then they'll be forced to change it, which is the case for War Games. They'll keep doing it, probably do it a couple more years, and then by that point, it'll just be really, really stale, and maybe they'll go back to... The thing is, you can't really go back to a normal Survivor Series tag match now. It has to be Survivor Series War Games. Forever. which is the problem with these gimmicks pay-per-views. That's the problem with it. Because you're just forcing yourself into that square, that box, every single time, every single year now. So... we'll see. Let me know what you guys thought of Survivor Series War Games. What did you think of the War Games matches? What did you think of the Blood and Guts matches? Which ones did you think was better? In my opinion, I've probably made it pretty clear what I thought was better. But super curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.